Hi Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 21st to the 30th, 2018 reading for you. I've shuffled and meditated upon the cards, and if you guys would like to book a private reading with me, all that information will be in the description box below. Alright? So let's see what these 10 days have in store for you. Wow, that's beautiful right up there. Alright, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. You're getting a message of passion and creativity. It might be a physical message because you see that scroll in his hands. Or it might be a spiritual message, but it'll happen quickly and it is going to move you forward. The whole world is going to open up for you. This is, in the Llewellyn Tarot deck, is the universe card, so which means that you have no limitations put on you whatsoever. In the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, it is the world card, and what it has is a wreath of victory with a woman in the middle, clad by a purple ribbon, holding up 2 wands of victory. Here, it is this beautiful opened space, these beautiful mountains covered with snow, this beautiful lake in the middle, or piece of the ocean, and then we have this elemental right out here. This woman who's made of snow, who's made of air, has no limitations to her. Nothing can hold her back. Nothing can hold you back, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, as you are achieving your goals, as you are moving forward, as you are creating what it is that you desire. It could also be with the page that you are starting off, because it's the page, the knight, and then the king. So it could be that you're starting off creating something. It could be that you get a message and that starts to put everything in motion. But whatever it is that you are wanting to create on this earthly plane, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, you are going to do it beautifully. You're going to create it strongly and prosperously. Now, there are going to be times where your head is moving so fast. Okay, now this is also my White Knight card. So for some of you, you might be getting swept off your feet. Keep your feet firmly planted on the ground. Don't let yourself be caught up in the moment. All right, know that if that person loves you now, they will love you if you say to just slow down. All right, but this is the White Knight card. This is somebody coming in at the perfect time when you least expect it and just being amazing. But this is also you coming in at the perfect time once you have this message and just being amazing, kind of being your own White Knight, that person who sits there and says, I can save myself and I can make this amazing. This is also your thoughts moving a lot faster than what the cards want you to move. Stay slow, stay steady, okay? Stay very much like a Taurus. Take everything in and make sure you're taking everything in as things are moving forward for you, as you are getting this understanding, as you are getting this wisdom and this insight, because the swords are all about understanding and wisdom. He has his armor on, so remember that people don't always have your best interests at heart. There's the darker side of human nature, which says, well, what about me? If you can make it, why can't I? Or what gives you the right to make it? Don't let that stop you from achieving and succeeding, because you are achieving and you are succeeding and you are moving forward brilliantly and gallantly and quickly. But make sure that you're thinking everything through. Don't get so caught up in things that you race forward and you miss steps. Think everything through and move forward in the way that is right and prosperous for you. The Magician card is absolutely brilliant. You are creating exactly what you want on this earthly plane. To have it next to the Universe card is amazing, because the whole world, the universe, is opening up to you. And you have here the wand in your hand, being able to create like a magic wand, kind of an abracadabra, but being able to create what you want in this earthly realm. The sword signifying clarity of mind. You know your mind. You know what you want, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, and you're going after it. The Pentacle, wealth, prosperity, something you value as much as money coming into your life. The Cups, love, harmony of spirit and self. Purple for majesty, white for purity of intention. Gold for prosperity. An altar standing above here is signifying that other people see you manifesting what it is that you desire. Now, as they see this, there's again going to be jealousy. People might be saying, oh my gosh, great job, I'm so proud of you, everything like that. Or, that one friend that, always seems to say that they're really happy for you, but they aren't. Okay? There is somebody who's wishing you ill, who isn't celebrating with you fully and completely, who has their back turned, who isn't being completely honest. The cup isn't raised as high as the other ones. It's just a bit of misgivings. All right? In love, because again, this is a general reading and it has to be read many different ways. In love, as you seem to be swept off your feet, this could come while you're in a relationship with somebody else, but you meet this person who's amazing. Or it could be that you go through a rough patch in a relationship and you're sitting there saying, the person isn't being honest with me, and you're beginning to think that they might not be being as faithful as they should be. That's one part of the Three of Cups too. So, but it's also faithfulness in everyday life. It doesn't have to be taken in the form of relationships. Sit back, look at it, see how it resonates with you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Because once again, this is a general reading, and I don't want you to sit there and to be absolutely devastated when that's not what the cards are saying at all. All right? I'm reading them in a broad scope here. And you have another page. This is again a message. I'm having a feeling here it might be a tangible message, because he again is holding a scroll in his hand. But this is a message, and this gives you clarity of insight. This lets you know, okay, this is what I want. This is how I want to move forward. This is how it's going to be prosperous for me. And what's so neat here is kind of like in a little line here, you have a page, a knight, and a king. The absolute progression of knowing your own mind. You have the page, getting understanding, gathering wisdom, bringing it all in, beginnings. Knights, in the training for knighthood, a page is the first step. You have to become a page, you have to learn how to serve people, how to carry messages for people, how to handle your sword, how to, put on your armor, how to take care of a horse. Then you become a knight. If you passed your training as a page and you went through the progression, then you become a knight. Rushing forward, knowing what it is that you need to do, having clear, precise ideas, having your armor on, guarding yourself, knowing, having a weapon in your hand, cutting through nonsense, also having a weapon as your horse, here galloping forward. And then you have the King of Swords. Absolute progression of knowing what it is that you want. Powerful, strong, sturdy, stable. Okay? So that's really cool here. Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. That is really cool. Alright, so your clarifying cards are, of course, the King of Swords, which is knowing your own mind, knowing what you want, how you want to achieve it, and keeping that focus. Right? And also, again, you have the progression here. The page, the knight, the king. Starting off gathering understanding. Maybe even starting off with new ideas, new ways of looking at things, because you're creating something here too. And this is insight and understanding. This is your mind, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. Then sitting there saying, yes, this is how I want it. Your mind rushing forward. Make sure that you have everything set up properly, all right, so that you have this understanding at your heart. So maybe let your head move quickly, but your actions taking a bit more time, but being very decisive in the way that you act towards Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, the way that you're progressing forward. Because things will happen quickly as you make up your mind, as you move forward. And then the King. There is no wavering here. The King, all the King cards are aspects of the Emperor card. Here is his knowledge, his understanding, his centering of self, his knowing his own mind, and not being swayed or persuaded by anybody else. Swayed. There we go. Or persuaded by anybody else. The raven up here is symbolizing for me in Norse mythology, Hunin and Munin. So this is thought and memory on his head. Keeping your counsel, keeping the way that you see things at your center. The chessboard here, always thinking 5 moves ahead of everybody else, but not quite acting on it yet. You've lost the impetuousness here. This is cutting through knowledge. This is saying, of course I will move forward. Of course I will be able to defend myself. And of course, I will have my life the way that I want it, the way that it is perceived in my thoughts. This could also be symbolizing a Libra, an Aquarius, or a Gemini. But this is also saying to embody the aspect of the King of Swords. Knowing your own mind. And then the Queen of Cups. This is a beautiful pairing. He knows his mind. This is about emotions, okay? This is your mind, and this is how you feel. So this is love, healing love, beautiful love, purity of intention coming in. So this could signify a air sign, and this could signify a water sign. But this is also saying to embrace these two aspects. The water sign, the Cancer, the Scorpio, the Pisces, coming into your life. But this is saying to embrace both of these aspects, and both of these aspects of nobility and power of self. Moving forward in kindness and in understanding the duality of human nature, the male and the female, the yin and the yang. Moving forward, knowing what it is that you desire, knowing how it is that you desire to move forward. Moving forward in love and in being that center when your emotions are raging, being the center for yourself and finding your prosperity and your joy right there. Now, I love this line of the swords, all right? But we're just going. So, ending here with messages. Embracing your own power, embracing your own prosperity, which opened up the whole world for you. Embracing you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. And then knowing your mind, rushing forward, saying, I know what I want to do, I know who I am. You might meet with opposition along the way. You might meet with people who say one thing and then do another and come across as absolute wonderful people, and we've all met them. The people that come across as, wow, that person's really nice, and then they'll sit there and gather up information and then go take it to everybody else. You don't need that. Make sure you keep your prosperity to yourself. As you get these messages, they're going to heal you, right? And you're going to move forward knowing that you are doing the best thing possible for you. In love, beware of trickery, okay? Beware of somebody not being completely honest. Beware of, getting messed up in a love triangle. You don't need that. You have all this prosperity. And that's only for some of you. Again, general reading, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. So this is a warning for some of you. But you are moving forward in absolute love and prosperity. Absolute joy and happiness. All right? And love and prosperity for yourself. This is sitting there knowing all your power, all your understanding. And sitting there and having the whole universe open up to you. Not just the world, the universe open up to you. Moving forward, knowing your own mind. Again, just beware of people not wishing you the best. And not celebrating with you. And not sitting there and being on your side. And then you have the messages coming of new beginnings and absolutely knowing your mind. You might get a physical message that helps you move forward. You might get a spiritual message that helps you move forward. But it means that you become absolute steady and stable in your mind, knowing what it is that you want, saying, this is how I'm going to achieve my goal, and achieving it. And then filled with love and compassion in your heart, saying, finally, I have progressed from a page to a sword, a knight to a king, exactly the way I want to. And loving the prosperity that's coming in, and taking the blessings and saying thank you. All right, Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, I hope this reading resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. Bye.